Okay, welcome. Okay, so today I will show you the way to find journal paper lah. So basically, how to choose journal for your publication. So this video is basically for the research student, for master and PhD research student. For FYP, final year project or master coursework student, usually you don't need to publish lah. So basically just ignore this video. So this one is for research student. So for me there are two ways to find journal for the publication. So you have two methods. Okay, for me lah, I think other people has other method lah. Okay, the first one is basically you can look at your EndNote. So you click your EndNote. Okay, so you click your EndNote. For example, my previous research is on PV emulator. I click PV emulator. So I already group everything up here. Okay, so I look at the sort according to journal lah. This one, and you can see what publication, what journal that the publication on PV emulator is more on. Okay, be careful. This one is conference. Usually this kind is conference. The number in the front is conference. So you can see energy. There are two energies. Okay, so power electronic, IEEE transaction on power electronic. They have a lot on PV emulator. So I suggest you look at it, and also you look at the year lah. Basically, make sure it is really a new one. Okay, and you can see also solar energy. So a lot of research on solar energy. So that is how you detect publication. Okay, basically you send somewhere that many people send about your topic. So it is much more easy lah for you to publish. Okay, so for example, you already have solar energy. So the next thing you have to do, you open it. Okay, be careful. Okay, there is a predictorial journal. Basically, they have the same name. For example, this is solar energy. They have the same name. Sometimes they have the same name, but it is different journal. So make sure it is legit. One way to do it is you of course you have to download this in what you call in the web of science lah. And another way is you copy this. Okay, copy this one. Be careful. Sometimes there is a predictorial journal. Okay, and then you go to web of science, paste it, and search it. Okay, so when you paste and search it, you can see here, click here. Okay, view journal impact factor. So there are two ways. This one is the easiest one lah. Another way is you go to product, you go to journal citation report. Okay, journal citation report, you put it here. This report is much more detailed lah. Okay, this one. Okay, so click solar energy. So this is much more detailed report, but if you don't want detailed report, basically you can just click here. Okay, you can see here. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the index. Okay, usually when it comes to publication, you need to ask your supervisor. Okay, sometimes they need to use grant, or they have grant for the research, and sometimes they ask to use to publish in Q1 or Q2 or Q3, Q4, depend on the grant. So for your case, you have to check lah. How to check? Basically, you look here. There are two things. Okay, first you look at the journal impact factor on JCR category. Always look at this. Do not look at journal citation indicator. So this one is useless for UTM. Okay, do not look at this. I repeat, do not look at this. Sometimes this one is quartile 2, for example, quartile 2. Sometimes this one is quartile 3 or 4. So basically you target for quartile 2, but you look at here, basically it doesn't count. Okay, so it will look at quartile here. Okay, if this is Q2, okay, this is Q2, means that it is Q2. But the category is sometimes they have 2 or 3 category. Okay, this one is energy and fuel. Okay, this is the first one. Sometimes they have another one. If they have two Q3 and Q2, basically you take the highest level, which is the lowest number lah. So for example, Q3, this is example, Q3, Q2. Basically, you have to look at Q2. Basically, this is become Q2. Okay, so that is how you determine the quota. Okay, and another thing that you have to be careful, you look at this. Make sure this is SCIE. Okay, so make sure this is SCIE. Maybe I show you a different result. Let me search for result in engineering. Okay, so result in engineering is basically Q1. Okay, so if I copy this ISSN, okay, so where is it? Okay, so search this result in engineering. You can see that, okay, this is another way lah to open this. If you look here, you can also open it by clicking more. So basically, it will view this one and make sure this is the latest one. Okay. If you are in 2025, okay, 2025, June 2025, it becomes 2024. Okay. Every June, it will produce the new report, and the new report is for the previous year. So I hope it is clear. June for that year, basically the report will be the for the last year. Okay, every June they will renew it. For example, if you are in May 2025, basically the report is 2023, even though it is 2025. Okay, basically it will renew every June, and the new report is basically the last year report lah. You cannot predict the future, right? Of course, you have to see the report from the previous year. Okay, so I hope it's clear how to determine it. Okay, and also of course you have to make sure it is SCIE like I said before. But for example, if you are result in engineering, you can see this is emerging. So be careful, emerging is not counted as quota. If you look here, JCI. Also be careful and don't look at JCI. Okay, look at JCI. Okay, you can see here this is Q1, Q1. Okay, JCF, okay, general impact factor or JCR category is Q1, but because this is under emerging category, it is not counted for UTM. Okay, so be careful. This one can become problem, especially if you paid the paper using your own money to publish in the emerging journal, and suddenly you cannot claim the money. So basically, you burn the money. Okay, so be careful with the emerging. Okay, so I hope that one is clear. Next, so after you, where is it? Okay, so you already checked this is what quota. Okay, okay, and then of course you also have to make sure, okay, you search, maybe I close this first. Okay, you just search for the journal using the, oh, this one already result in engineering. So copy back the solar energy, ISN. Okay, better to use ISN. Okay, it's unique number. So this one will not have predatory journal. Okay, usually when you want to publish, you have to look at this one. Okay, acceptance to review time. Okay, if it is very long, it's not very good. Okay, so also you have to look at the article publishing option. So there are two types of article publishing option, either open access or subscription. So open access, author, you are, if you are publisher, if you are author, you have to pay, but the reader will be free. The advantage is you have a lot of citation lah, but you have to pay, and it's very expensive. Okay, 3,900. That is without tax. With tax, it become higher. So 4,000 become around 16 ringgit Malaysia lah. So it is very expensive. So that one is not very good lah. But if you are choosing subscription, no publication fee. Author don't have to pay, but the subscription or reader you have to pay for the paper. So there are two options, depending on your supervisor. Usually, the supervisor prefer the subscription because this one is a lot of money. Okay, this one is good because they write the payment but some journal don't write the payment. Okay, so how to determine the payment? So you go to guide to author or author guide lah. Okay, usually they will have author guide, and then control F, then use dollar sign. Usually you can just find the payment using dollar sign. Okay, so if no dollar sign, okay, another one, open. Okay, search for open access. Usually near the open access they also write the subscription lah. So this one, okay, no so subscription. So this one also not. That is another way lah to find it, but for this journal it's already right in front, so much more easy lah. But some journal they hide it there, and after you submit to the journal at the end they will say that is not very good lah. So that is not it. Okay, so this one should be no problem lah. Okay, so that is the first method by using your what you call database of research paper. So the second method is basically you look at the JCR category. So how to look at JCR category? So let's show before. You click here. You product and journal citation report, and then you search for category, and for power electronic or power. Okay, usually we are in the engineering and engineering electronic. So this category lah, you can look at this category. And another one is fuel and energy lah. FUEL, fuel and energy. So in the category, I don't know how to get that. Okay, so there is a lot of category here lah. So see all probably. So control F, fuel. Okay, so basically it's very hard to find it. Okay, so another way, you just go to the solar energy, because you know the solar energy is fuel, right? Okay, fuel. Okay, copy this one, paste here. Okay, solar energy, and then click energy and fuel. Okay, so that is how you find it lah. Okay, so based on this, okay, so energy and fuel category usually what you call and make sure this is SCIE. Be careful. Make sure it is SCIE. Okay, this one also. Revert back. Okay, where is it? Engineering. Okay, so this one. Okay, this one. So fuel energy and fuel is more toward renewable energy lah, and then this one electronic. Okay, but both can. Okay, if you are renewable energy, you can use both. Okay, so basically you look at here, maybe for example applied energy is quite popular lah for my kind of research. So make sure it is SCIE. Do not take E. Okay, emerging do not take. Okay, SCIE, and then look for quota lah, and GIF. Look at the GIF quota. Okay. Okay, so you look at apply energy, check it here. So you can see here, this is SCIE, should be okay. And then you look at the general impact factor. Okay, do not look at the JCI. So move at the bottom. You can see here, you have energy, okay, JCR, you have energy and fuel, and engineering and chemical. So you have two quota. So this one should be no problem because it's Q1 and Q1. But if Q1 and Q2, basically you take the highest level, which is the lowest number. So Q1 lah. Okay, so this one JIF. Okay, so this one no. Okay, so I hope it is clear how to check. And after you check the quota, because you have to make sure the quota is correct for your publication, and then just search for ISSN, search for it, okay, and then click on it. Okay, so like same as before, okay, you have to check whether this open access or subscription. Now it's better because I think there is a rule or something that have to show this one. Okay, so next, because this is not based on the research, because if you look at your research, much more better lah, because you know the journal is accepting the or kind of research. But for this kind, based on the category, you have to check the scope. Okay, for example, this one, you have to go to about and scope. Okay, you have to read whether it is suitable for your for your research or not. If not suitable, you have to find another lah. Okay, so that is the two-way to determine whether it is what journal you want to publish. Okay, okay, that's it for me. Okay, thank you.